Shalom. Before I begin this video, first and foremost, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushai, Bahashem Ruach HaKodesh. Also, double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone that continually rule very well to this very day. And also, shalom to the hopefully elect that's continually plowing this work and giving diligence to make a call and election sure in faith, truth, and sincerity, and also in all charity. Now, this is going to be a quick video. I'm not going to go too long on this video here. Just I'm in transit. But this is just something in the spirit that I want to touch up on. This is however the spirit allows me to title this video as. Just going to move according to the spirit, but this is concerning the work that we're involved in, man. You know, there's truth and all that comes with it, because you know, you have individuals that, you know, that come into this thing and, you know, they seek clout, man, and try to make a name for themselves, try to you know, basically try to get some sort of vainglory or fame, you know, in which you know, most of the time when that happens, when you got a certain individual that try to do that, they end up losing. You know, they end up making they'll make a name for themselves, but they'll be in a negative light. All right, because the Lord is the one that's supposed to exalt us in due time. But you know, it's a particular video concerning it. You know, I just want to touch up on the this work in which, if you go to the book of Isaiah, you know, it speaks about the fast that we've chosen. All right, in which this is a fast that we've chosen. You know, basically when you fast, you basically you cut yourself off from fleshly pleasures. All right, you know, if you really go into the deep, I don't want to say breakdown, but like the essence of what a fast is supposed to be. You know, you're basically you're taking yourself away from fleshly pleasures. So when you fast, especially in this fast here, basically you're taking yourself away from the world, because this world is completely tied to your flesh. All right, so when you cut yourself off from the fleshly pleasures of this world and you assign yourself onto this fast that we're involved in, then it's certain things that you're supposed to do concerning this fast that we are partaking in, man. All right. Now you got guys that try to, you have guys that have attended unto this fast, and guess what? They stopped. You know, they stopped attending unto the fast eventually. Okay, but you got guys, especially this guy out of Chicago. You know, we call him Egghead. You know him. Also Nazariah, you know, and other guys as well, man. Not only them, you know, like Elamon. Yeah, all these guys, man, you know, they search out for some sort of vainglory, man. And it's when they leave off the branch, or when they detach themselves away from Yahweh Bahashem Yahushai and start teaching wayward doctrines, that's what happened. They make a name for themselves, but guess what? Those names are dishonorable. All right. That's why amongst the nation of Israel, you know, they looked at that as shameful. Okay? But I'm going to go ahead and jump to the precepts like I mentioned before. I'm not going to make this too long here. Just going to hit the point, and then I'll wrap it up. This is Isaiah, the 58th chapter. And I'm going to start at the first verse. It says, "Cry aloud, spare not. Lift up thy voice like a trumpet, and show my people their transgression, and the house of Jacob their sins." And that's right. So we're supposed to be out crying aloud, man, toward the nation of Israel, showing their transgressions and their sins. All right. So in the hopes that they would turn back from their sins, turn back and come back into the good gracious of Yahweh Bahashem Yahushai, come back into their nationality. Okay. So that's what the scripture means by cry aloud and spare not. All right, that's why we go out in the highways and byways and do what we do. Go out and teach. Okay. Now, verse 2, it says, "Yet they seek me daily and delight to know my ways, as a nation that did righteousness and forsook not the ordinance of their power. They ask of me the ordinances of justice. They take delight in approaching to the Most High." And that's right, man. So, you know, and especially that's doubled onto the ones that do know the name of Yahweh Bahashem Yahushai. All right, because guess what? Not only this applies to, you know, our people who, you know, take pleasure in trying in approaching our Lord Yahweh Shem Shai, like you can just take them lightly, but it also applies unto the ones that know the name. All right. You know, they take delight in approaching the Most High, but they don't understand how to come, or they don't understand how to really approach Yahweh Shem Shai, how to operate in this truth. Okay, so yeah, once again, like it says right here, it says they ask of me the ordinances of justice. They take delight in approaching to the Most High. And it says, wherefore have we fasted, say they. All right, and this is what they're saying. It says, wherefore have we fasted, and thou seest not? Wherefore have we afflicted our soul, and thou takest no knowledge? Behold, in the day of your fast, you find pleasure and exact all your labors, right? And that's the exact opposite of a fast, you know, and this is twofold, okay? And in this truth, you know, this truth, you know, it has certain, I don't want to say benefits, but it has certain perks of being in this truth. All right. Because we're here to work. All right. And we're also here to suffer. You know, we do have our times where, you know, we get our cool off periods, you know, for lack of a better term. You know, basically we're being put in the heat by Yahweh Shem Shai. We're being put through the fire, and you know, sometimes he has to take us out of the fire to cool us down, man. All right, so yeah, we have our times where we cool down, but then there's other times where Yahweh Shem Shai put us right back in the fire. Okay, so it said, look, it said, behold, in the day of your fast you find pleasure, okay, and exact all your labors. See, now read on, it says verse 4. And it's a point that, behold, you fast for strife and debate. Right, so you got guys that are doing this work for strife and debate. That takes this knowledge and this wisdom, understanding of Yahweh Shem Shai, and the essence of this work and this truth. They take it and they use it for strife and debate. Okay? It says, and to smite with the fist of wickedness, you shall not fast as you do this day, to make your voice to be heard on high. See? Now, this is the point right here, verse 5, right? It says, is it such a fast that I have chosen, a day for a man to afflict his soul? Is it to bow down his head as a bulrush? That means to humble yourself, okay? Because a bulrush, Apostle Elder Gabar went into it before, a bulrush is something that is a plant that looks like it has its head hanging down, or is in the form of, if you look at a bulrush, it's like a man hanging his head down, okay? So it says, is it to bow down his head as a bulrush and to spread sackcloth and ashes under him? Wilt thou call this a fast and acceptable day to Yahweh Shem Shai? Now this verse 6 says, is not this the fast I have chosen? To loose the bands of wickedness. And that's the point. To loose the bands of wickedness, okay? To undo the heavy burdens, right? Because this is a comfort, okay? This is the comfort that our people should find comfort in and rest. All right, not for debate or strife. All right, and to put on more heavy burdens. Okay, and that includes you guys that say that you got to keep the whole law, because you're putting more burdens on brothers or other guys or the Israelites. You put more burdens on them that like Yahweh Shai said, you put more burdens on them that even your fathers couldn't even bear. All right. It says, and to let the oppressed go free, and that you break every yoke. Is it not to deal thy bread to the hungry, and that thou bring the poor that are cast out of thy house? When thou seest the naked, that thou cover him. Right, and that's talking about this knowledge. This is how you cover the naked, okay? It says, and that thou hide not thyself from thine own flesh. Then shall thy light break forth as the morning, and thine health shall spring forth speedily. And thy righteousness shall go before thee. The glory of Yahweh Shem Shai shall be thy reward. Right, because we've lost it at one point, and now we're getting it back. All right, now our lights are shining. Okay, it's breaking forth like the morning, and our health is springing forth speedily. That's why scriptures say, you know, roughly paraphrases, that we're going to eat poison and live. All right, we're supposed to be dead right now, man. All right. But guess what? Through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Shai, we still here and kicking, man. Okay. Verse 9 says, then shalt thou call, and the Lord Yahweh Shem Shai shall answer. Thou shalt cry, and he shall say, here I am. If thou take away from the midst of thee the yoke, the putting forth of the finger, and speaking vanity. All right. And that's a stipulation, man. All right. So when you attach yourself to this fast, that's what you do. Okay. Just how you would do with a fast, right? You afflict your soul. Guess what? In this fast, you're afflicting yourself, man. All right. In other words, when I mean by this fast of ours that we partaking in, what I mean by that is that you put off the old man and you put on the new man, which is spiritual. Okay. That old man is of the flesh, but this new man is spiritual, man. Okay. And then you afflict yourself. You detach yourself away from this world. Okay. All right, there's another scripture I want to grab. All right, it's Isaiah the 28th chapter in the 12th verse. Is the point. It says, to whom he said, this is the rest wherewith ye may cause the weary to rest. And that's right. This word is the rest, where we're causing the weary to rest. All right. And this is the refreshing, yet they would not hear. All right. So this is the rest that we're going to cause the weary to rest. This word, this truth. Okay. It said, and this is the refreshing. All right. Why? Because this is a dry valley, man. It's a desert. All right. Spiritually. So we are to refresh our people by this word. This is the living water. Okay. It says, yet they will not hear. That's right. You got Israelites that hear this and they don't take it to heart. All right. Now I'm gonna grab one last precept. I'm gonna close it on out. It's like it. All right. I'm gonna get straight to the point. This is a short verse, and I'm just read this and close it on out. This is 1 Thessalonians, the 4th chapter, in the 18th verse. It says, wherefore comfort one another, right? Comfort one another with these words, which are what? The scriptures, the Bible, these precepts. Okay. This is why Yahushua said he's going to send us a comforter. And this is what we have right now. This is the comforter. Okay. It's not some fat Magilla gorilla looking Jake that ended up that's extorting, or I'm not extorting, not only extorting, but basically got accused of tax evasion. We're not talking about that guy. All right. No, the comforter. This is talking about the scriptures, man. These words come by what? The spirit of Yahweh Shem Shai. Yahushua is contained within this book, man. All right. So this is how we comfort one another with these same words, which I'm using these words right now to speak to the ones that are listening. All right. But that pretty much wraps up this video and is listen. Try to make it quick as possible. But Lord's willing, this is edifying to the body of Yahweh Shem Shai, to the members of the Hopefully Elect. Till next time, once again, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Rachakodash. Also, double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone that continually rule very well to this very day. Also, Shalom, peace and safety. Salutations to the Hopefully Elect that's also doing the same things in his work, and faith, truth, sincerity, and also in all charity. And with that, I'm going to say Shalom.